Hello, Mrs. Vaz here with instructions for today. Today, you're going to complete this activity for your actividad inicial. It's similar to last class. You're going to answer questions in complete sentences, and it's negative. So you look at the place, and you're going to type the complete sentence. Don't forget the special characters in the negative form. This is the example. Andrés no va a la iglesia. Okay? Then you screenshot and you send it to me right here on the space provided. Then we're going to complete these activities. So you were working on some activities like last class, and I would like that if you have any questions about it to talk to me. I hope you submitted anyway, but I would like for you to ask me any questions that you may have from last class activities since I wasn't around. For these activities, let's look. I'm going to be working on these activities. Okay, the first activity, you have a schedule right here. This is Tito's schedule. I put a picture here, what he does every day of the week in the month of Febrero. Lunes, martes, miércoles, jueves, viernes, sábado, domingo. It's good that we remember the vocabulary that we learned at the beginning. And then activities that we have been learning. And what you have to do. You're going to answer this question. So, for example, ¿qué hace Tito los viernes? ¿Qué hace Tito los viernes? That question means, what does Tito do on Fridays? Here is Friday, viernes. So what does he do? He goes to the movies. Since we're answering a complete sentence, you're going to get the subject, Tito, then the verb ir, but you have to conjugate it according to, so it agrees with Tito, matches Tito. Third person singular, Tito va al cine. Tito va al cine. The next question, now the questions have different ways, so it's not all the same, so the answers are going to be different too. Now this one says, ¿cuándo estudia Tito en la biblioteca? So they are asking us, when does he study, when does Tito study at the library? So we find that estudiar en la biblioteca right here, miércoles. So your answer should be something like, Tito estudia los miércoles en la biblioteca, o Tito estudia en la biblioteca los miércoles, something like that. Okay, so that's our first part. After you finish your actividad 4A-4, you're going to your actividad 4A-5, right here. Las actividades favoritas. Students are making plans for what they will do after school. Complete the conversation with the correct forms of the verb ir. What I did was I put the conversations. I divided the conversations. There are 3 conversations, one between Lolis and Elia, one between Marta and Juan, and one between Rodolfo, Pablo, and Felipe. And then I put the options that you have of the verb. So you have parts of the conversation and you have the blanks right there. So you need to choose which one will complete this sentence. What corresponds to this one? If you have yo, then which one are you going to use? María y yo, which one are you going to use? Mi amigo Pablo, which one are you going to use? So you have to select the correct form of the verb, and I put all the conjugations here to complete the sentence. We're practicing verb ir. Okay, the last one is different. You don't have the options of the conjugations because something special happens here. You have to figure out what is that happens here. You say, tengo que a la mezquita. What goes in there? Okay, and I'll let you think about that. Let's move to the next one. Actividad 4A-6. La pregunta perfecta. Complete the following questions by selecting the correct question words. I put all the question words that we are supposed to learn. I put 12 right here. One of those will work for this question and for each one of these 8 questions that you have here. You just need to select the one that corresponds to each one of them, and that's all you have to do in this one. And the last activity, 4A-7, 4A-7, ¿qué haces? What do you do? So you're talking with your parents about your plans for the evening. They had lots of questions. Those are good parents. They ask a lot of questions. Your answers are given below. Type your parents' questions in the space provided. So this is what you answer when your parents ask you something. What did they ask you? You need to type the question. You start your question with, oh, sorry. I pressed the wrong button. Okay, sorry. Okay, so you have to ask a question. So you start with the question mark, and then you go with your question. What did they ask you? So you answer, voy a un restaurante. What was the question for that? And for each one of these, you're going to do the same. Then you submit. That's all the work for today. Today I'm around, so if you have any questions, please let me know. If you need me to answer a question for last class, please let me know so we can just keep moving on. I'll see you during class. Hasta pronto.